hit into the left field corner, and the Mets have come back to win their first home game of the year after getting drubbed 10-0 yesterday as they battle back with 2 out in the bottom of the ninth against 2 of the toughest relief pitchers in baseball, and they win it 5-4.
Make that 5 straight sliders. Gary Lucas going to the well once too often. And a very angry Gary Lucas. The loser, Jeff Reardon, with 2 outs. Reardon walked John Gibbons on a magnificent at bat. He walked pinch hitter Ron Hodges on a 3-2 pitch. And after 4 straight sliders, Wally was looking inside again and whacked himself a double at 11.
And you know, Tim, the things we've talked about building confidence in the young players, hanging with them and doing the things necessary to let them have the opportunity to win ball games have paid off here in this ball game for New York. Wally receiving the applause, and a chant of Wally, Wally comes out and acknowledges the fans here at Shea. And those who have remained are thrilled here at Shea Stadium this afternoon.
Perfect for Easter week to say, so be it.
That's right. Tim and I will be back with a wrap-up. Heiner's Corner will follow, so stay with us here on Channel 9 as the Mets come from behind to win it 5-4.
Neil Allen, the man he was traded for, again, base hit keeps coming through. Here comes Mookie around third, and that is the game winner. The Mets win it 9-8. They are 8-0 in extra innings. Look at the celebration. And the Mets fans.
Rusty Staub, who came through last night, did it again. Dramatic 2-run homer, and this broke it up to clinch second place. Rusty's first homer of the season. He becomes only the second player to hit a home run as a teenager at age 18. And
another breaking ball, and this could be the ball game. Deep to left. Out of here. Gary Carter, a game-winning home run in the bottom of the 10th inning, and the Mets win on opening day 6-5. Welcome to New York, Gary Carter.
This game started with the World Series atmosphere, and I think it has more one right now. About 40% of these fans have fanned out of here at Shea Stadium, and I'm telling you, he did not hit a bad pitch. A nasty curveball, low and away. Woo!
Pinch hitter Danny Heap, ball 4, that's it, forcing in Hernandez, and the Mets win it 2-1. And once again,
in the 9th, it's tied 1-1, and just as they have done it before, they did it today.
18th inning, bottom of the 18th. Clint Hurdle drills it. Jason Thompson goes right between his legs. Mookie Wilson scores. 5-4, Mets win it. They were out-hit in this ball game.
Edgar Eltz is pitching. Wally Backman is on base. Gary Carter, line shot to right center field. Wally, you ain't seen nothing yet. Backman scores the winning run, an unearned run at that, because he got on an error, but the Mets win it just the same. They're 4-0 in extra.
Base hit left field. Here comes Wilson. Coleman can't come up with it. Mets win 7-6. The Mets are in first place by a game.
Fastball line down the line. Fair ball. The Mets will win it as Couple scores. It's 6-5 New York. Well hit. This ball game is over, and it may be out of here. A grand slam home run. Tim Teufel in the bottom of the 11th, and the Mets win it 8-4. comes Mookie. Brown up with the ball, and the Mets win it 6-5. Darryl Strawberry's league-leading 9th game-winning RBI.
Well, it's a game-winning RBI, sure, but the confidence that it gives Darryl Strawberry to have that game-winning RBI against a left-handed pitcher. He has struggled all year against left-handers, and Davey Johnson showing the confidence in him. Who wouldn't show the confidence in him? I mean, he had a nasty pitch right there. Breaking ball about shoelace high. Check it out. Well, that is a nasty pitch. And he rifles it into right field, and Wilson scores easily.
The Mets are now 13-5 in one-run games, and they have won their 40th game of the year on this swing of the bat by Darryl Strawberry.
Taking place in the 10th inning. The Mets tied it, and then the Mets won it. Ray Knight got it all, and look at how empty the stands were. The fans were there, left, and didn't expect the Mets to rally for 3 runs in the bottom of the 10th to win it 6-5. Mets have won 7 straight games. Houston loses.
Hit to right. Bass going back. Going back. It's gone. Up the middle, base hit. Bachman turns third. Hatcher's throw, no play. Easy for Bachman. Carter wins it with his 2nd hit of the series, and the Mets win the ball game in 12, 2-1.
Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it. If one picture is worth 1,000 words, you have seen about 1,000,000 words. But more than that, you have seen an absolutely bizarre finish to Game 6 of the 1986 World Series. The Mets are not only alive, they are well.
And the pitch by Stanley, and a ground ball trickling. It is a fair ball. Gets by Buckner. Rounding third Knight. The Mets will win the ball game. The Mets win. They win. Unbelievable. The Red Sox in stunned disbelief. A slow ground ball went right through the legs of Buckner down the right field line. The Mets have won the ball game. 3 runs in the bottom half of the 10th inning.
Well hit deep to left field, and the Mets win it on Tim Tuffo's pinch hit home run in the bottom of the 9th. 7-6 New York.
Reynolds with a base hit and the Mets win. Allman scores from
11 innings. They won it by a score of 6-5.
Jesse Orosco worked an inning for the Mets, and now it's McDowell. Almost got it, or did he? Way back right field. Wilson, home run, Keith Hernandez. The Mets win it 3-2. Oh, baby.
Slider it is, deep to left field. And this is going to win the ball game on a single by Kevin McReynolds. Everybody touches their base.
So it's up to Horton.
Line drive, base hit. Here comes next to this game's history. The Mets win a final ball game, 3-2. Dwight Gooden with game number 5 under his belt.
Right up the middle, a base hit and the Mets win. 3-2 with 2 out in the bottom of the 9th inning. Kevin Elster, who had only 4 base hits previously this year, singles to center to score Mookie Wilson, and the Mets have swept the St. Louis Cardinals with a 3-2 victory here at Shea. New York has now won 6 in a row. The Cardinals have lost 6 in a row, and the Mets stay atop the National League Eastern Division.
Of all people, Kevin Elster, who has really been struggling, 4 for 34, as Steve said. He comes through, and I'm sure his Met teammates thinking that it couldn't have happened to a better guy at a better time than right now.
1 to tie here in the bottom of the 10th inning, and it drives to deep right field. It's going, it is gone, goodbye. And the Mets win it on Strawberry's 2-run home run in the 10th inning.
I don't believe what we've just seen.
Johnson will be next. And here's a drive to left. It's got some carry to it. Way back, and see you later.
This ball club is something where they can win late.
The reception committee gathers at the plate. McReynolds touches the dish, and in 13, the Mets win 6-5.
You know, the ironic part is Kevin McReynolds hasn't had a good swing all ball game. He's been fooled terribly. Got the little bleeder in the infield, just sneaked through. We got a hanging breaking ball. and he's centered on it.
Those things happen.
Deep to center. Out of here, home run! Howard Johnson wins it for the Mets in the bottom of the 13th inning.
And he fakes the bunt, chops one into left field for a base hit. Johnson will score, and the Mets snap a 5-game losing streak.
Really know how to explain it, but I just play with a lot of hustle.
A lot of hustle might be an understatement. Jeffrey sparked a fire under the Mets that
coming in. Hit deep to right field. Reynolds is back. This ball is out of here. Home run, Dave Magadan, and the drought may be over. Mets win it 3-2. Oh, brother, can you believe it?
The knee buckles.
This one hit deep to left field. This ball game is history, and the Mets win it 2-1.
And the 0-2 on the way. Hit back up the middle. Blauser has it. Goes to second. One on to first. No! And the run scores to win the game. The Braves did all they could do on a ball that wasn't hit hard enough to be a double play ball. And Mike Marshall barely able to beat the Rap at first. In to score from third is Mark Carrion. And a tough, tough loss for Atlanta tonight, as the New York Mets nub a run home here in the bottom half of the ninth to win it by a final score of 2-1. This one will be felt for a while by the Braves. They got tremendous pitching tonight, and Stanton made a good pitch on Mike Marshall.
Doing it with your bat is even better.
This one hit deep to left. Back is Anthony. Back to the wall. Out of here! Kevin McGriddles. Home run, and the Mets win it 7-4. Oh, brother! If there was ever a team that needed a victory like the one they got today, it was the New York Mets.
Back the next day if Tom O'Malley would just hit a home run.
And a towering fly ball deep to center. Back, Martinez. Warning track reaching out. Home run! A home run! O'Malley! The Mets win it.
Base in right center field. This game is over. The New York Mets have won it by a score of 6-5 on a 2-out pinch single by Tim Temple here in the bottom of the ninth. The Mets are hot.
And it's hit hard, and a base hit, and the Mets will win it. Darryl Boston with a single to right field, and the Mets win it 2-1. Another comeback win for the Mets. And the pitch is hit down the right field corner. It might drop in. It does, and the Mets win the ball game. The Mets with 3 runs in the 9th inning. And they win it by a score
Now the pitch gone. Goodbye. The game is over.
Ouch. Oh. Goodness.
Tie the game at 1, that coming off former Met reliever Roger McDowell. And then Hubie Brooks in the bottom of the 10th would end this one as he hits a home run on Phil's reliever Joe Baver. That's the game winner. The Mets win this one in 10 innings by the final score of 2-1. Doug Simons in his Major League debut gets the win.
45 batting average, and the pitch is hit out to deep left center field. It's way back. Might be. It is out of here. Kevin McReynolds with a grand slam home run, and the Mets win it 8-5.
Believe that. What did we just see?
Strike the count to McReynolds. And it's up the middle and a base hit, and the Mets should win the game. Here comes Jefferies. Here comes the throw. It's high. Jefferies slides in, and the Mets win it. So McReynolds crosses up the strategy, and the Mets win it 4-3.
Eight in a row for New York. And again, an outfielder, Ralph, did not put himself in a position to even have a chance to throw a runner out. Little things in the game mean a lot. But the biggest thing in the game was the hit by Kevin McReynolds. Big Mac did it tonight.
3-1 pitch. And this ball hit deep to right. It's going. It is gone. Goodbye. The Mets win it 6-4 in 12.
The last place Giants suffered their 5th straight loss.
It hit him. Down Boston, hit by a pitch. Rodney McRae scores and the Mets win it 1-0. What a bizarre end to a remarkable game. As Juan Augusto loses his 2nd game of the year to the Mets and on the season. Oh, baby. Man.
An extra base hit. There's a drive, but it's going to stay in the ballpark, or is it? No! It's a home run! A 3-run homer for Bonilla. A line drive that cleared the wall, and the Mets have won it. It was a line drive, and it stayed up and incredibly left the ballpark. And Tim Belcher is sitting in the clubhouse wondering how he does not have a win. He had retired 23 in a row, and Piniella took him out. And the Reds have lost this game. Incredibly, 2 ninth-inning walks, and then Bobby Bonilla, who has been booed all year here at Shea Stadium and has performed terribly at home. He hits a screamer that would not come down until it was in the Mets bullpen, and now they want a curtain call from Bobby Bonilla. And the Reds are shocked and stunned. A game they had to win, which appeared that they had won. And Bonilla and the Mets have taken it away from him.
Well, Bobby Bonilla got a low fastball. That's the easiest fastball to hit if you're going to hit Rob Dibble's fastball. Look, this pitch is down. he can handle that. The high fastball is Dibble's best pitch, and he's looking. He knows it's over the head of the outfielder. He thought it might have hit the fence, but it's out of here, and the Mets are the winners. And you see the reaction from the Mets dugout. And here's Dibble, very upset, and he has reason to be upset.
And the 3-1 pitch. Bonilla drives the ball deep left field. Smith going back, gone! Home run! Bobby Bonilla! And the Mets win the ball game!
Face. But in the ninth, the Mets tie it off of Brian Harvey. Then Eddie Murray rips a shot down the right field line. Ryan Thompson was singled in the tying run on his horse, and he scores. And Anthony Young finally wins the game.
Marlins, bases full, 2 outs. Orsulak. Joey Orsulak wins the game. 2 runs going to score. Mets win it 4-3.
Penn got into it. Mark Wohler's on. Bottom of the ninth. Score now tied at 2, and Jose Vizcaino. There he is. Gets one just over the glove of Jeff Blauser. Fernando Vina scores, and that is the ball game.
And it's a big one for the New York Mets as the Mets win it. Joe Orsulak drives in the winning run in the bottom of the 11th inning, and the Mets win it 5-4. Orsulak, as Palacios with the 2-strike count came right back down the middle with a fastball, and that was all she wrote.
Well, a couple years ago they said baseball like it ought to be. This is the way baseball ought to be. 4 games the Mets have played, and every one of them is down to the wire. Another tremendous finish by the New York Mets, and both home victories coming in their last at bat.
2-2. This one hit to left field. It's going to at least get in 1. Will it get in 3? Yes, Mets win it. Unbelievable. Chris Jones with his second pinch hit home run in his last 3 pinch at bats. Has every reason to be happy. How about that?
Game tied at 1, but here it comes. There it goes. Chris Jones leading off in the bottom of the ninth with a pinch hit home run. Good night, game over. Drive home safely off of new Pirate Ross Powell. Mets win 2-1. Both of the starters pitched well, but neither figured in the ultimate decision. Saberhagen 8 scoreless innings. Nagel went 7.
Cub on the roster goes to the mound to watch Bobby Bonilla. And here comes Butler, and they're not even close. Sammy Sosa's throw way up the line. Butler scores after stealing second. Still tied. Vizcaino at third, 2 outs, and Bronya hit him where they ain't. Placement hitting. Here comes Vizcaino. Olay. And the Mets win 2-1 in 10.
For Butler. Bottom of the ninth, tied at 2. Ryan Thompson charging from third. Bill Spire, suicide squeeze to perfection. Mets win. They are rolling.
At 4, and it's back as in wreck. Jose Vizcaino follows with a base hit. Good night, game over, drive home safely. The Mets. Yes, the Mets. Comes out of the pen for San Diego, facing the pinch hitter, Chris Jones. Base hit through the hole. Here comes Thompson. Tony Gwynn says it's over. No throw necessary. Thompson scores. Mets win at 5-4.
We're tied at 9, and the next batter, Brent Maine.
on the main stage, into right. It brings home the winning run. Eckersley with the blown save, but boy, he had plenty of help from his friends, didn't he? Mets score 2 in the ninth. They win it by a count of 10-9. Chris Jones stands in against Jeff Shaw, a man on. Jones,
1-1 pitches.
Ball game. 2-run shot, and the Mets take it in 10 by a count of 8-6. You can flash the lights. Mets win back-to-back games.
And Rico Suave. Sammy Sosa gives chase, but Sammy runs out of room. Second homer of the day for Rico. Mets win a wild game.
And man on first, Chris Jones, be a hero, will you please?
That's hit deep to center by Jones. Allensworth going back. Mets win. Mets win. Mets win.
Matto! No, that was Mets win.
2 innings tied at 2. Bottom 12, same score, second and third, 1 out, Carl Everett. High chopper, the throw home, no. Mets win 3-2 in 12. Dodgers lose. Bill Russell says everything is a plus.
Bottom 12, 2 men on. Lance Johnson, his 207th hit this year. That still leads the league. Drives in Franco, and the Mets go on to win by the score of 6-5 in 12 innings.
John Olerud with a 2-run homer. The Mets have won it 4-3. And look at their team down by home plate. Well now, the Mets win 3 out of 4 from the Rockies. That's why you don't go to third base. That's right. And how about a money man with a bat in his hand? John Olerud. What an acquisition. Once again, he goes deep in a clutch situation, and the Mets have won the ball game. And the ball club went nuts at home plate, waiting for John Olerud to tag them all. Somewhere, either in that dugout or in the Met locker room, Armando Reynoso is doing a dance of relief because that was a ball game he did not deserve to lose. But he stood to lose it until Olerud delivered off of Jeff McCurry, who you might say was auditioning for the closer role with Colorado. Rough and ineffective yesterday. It was Reed's homer that broke up the no-hitter. And John Olerud, you know, he's not here for his power, although they tried to make him into more of a home run hitter in Toronto. But right there, he turns, and the Mets win. Well, I'll tell you, what a sweet swing this guy's got. And a big win for the Mets. They go on the road after a come-from-behind victory here at Shea, and they are playing good baseball.
The Mets, bottom of the 10th. 9-9, 2 outs, 2 on. Carl Everett off Chris Peters. Back. Gone. Even the old folks at the Servo Zipper Factory, when that was open about... With bowlers pitching. Ding dong. Sharply hit past Klauser. And the Mets win 6-5 in front of 26,000. A chance to be the hero. They struggled in right field. Oh, this one's on the ground. Sheffield, no throw, and the Mets win it. Rated 2-12. Juan Acevedo getting the win as he gets 3 outs for the Mets' 3rd straight win.
Vertical. Bottom 10, Edgardo Alfonso's at second. Butch Husky at the plate with a man out. Smacks one up the middle off Kent Bottlefield. Alfonso scores Husky's first 4-hit game of his career, and the Mets take it.
In here, our 35-minute rain delay. Bottom 10th, bases owed to Bernard Gilkey on third. Edgardo Alfonso lifts a fly ball to right field. Bernard Gilkey comes running home. Not the most exciting way to win a game on a sac fly, but hey, whatever works. Mets win the game 5-4. The trainer check it out. Will Canane is the new pitcher, and with a 3-1 count, Canane walks Carlos Baerga. Butch Husky trots in to score the winning run.
11th, Bernard Gilkey. He's banged up, and he bangs this one to left. A 3-run home run. Do you believe? And the Mets win 9-6.
First home run in 10 years on Friday night. Bottom 9, Luis Lopez on second. Albert Castillo, the double off Mark Wohlers. Lopez scores, Mets win.
Mets are going to win as Luis Lopez.
A lot of excitement here. Final score 2-1. Wohlers so angry, though.
Line drive, base. Put this baby in the books. Mets win. The Mets
like that.
Count on Ordonez, a ground ball to short. Kevin Polkovich fields it cleanly. The throw is not clean. Ordonez is safe. Carlos Baerga scores the game-winning run, and that's it.
Extra innings. They're loading the bottom of the 13th, and Rich Becker. Everybody was drawn in. The Mets come back and win 7, 6, and 13. Ray, this team just seems to be in every game.
First and second, Doug Henry on the mound. Pinch hitter Jim Tatum. Big tall brother 6'2" want to hit you. What you want to do? What you want to do? His first homer since May 4th, 1993, said, Tatum, I can always hit. I know what's going on.
Armando Benitez facing Carlos Baerga. Didn't get a lot of it, but got enough of it, and it falls in. Little looper, New York's 10th win in their last at-bat.
That will end the game. Deep into right center. O'Neill has the catch, but it makes little difference. Baerga comes in to score as they
double play. No,
they throw to first for the double play, but the run had scored. Now we're going to have an argument. Frank.
Well, yeah, but I don't understand the double play at first base. He dropped the ball. See, it doesn't matter if it's a double play because it's not. I mean, if the run is scored, it doesn't matter.
The run scores before the final out. The run counts.
No, it doesn't. That's a double play. That's a fly ball. This guy was off the bag.
Well, they're going to talk it over.
Well, first of all, I don't think he was out at first base. So here's the point.
And the run counts. The game is over. The Mets have won.
I don't think he caught the ball at first base. Here comes Joe Torre. Now, if you show the play at first base, he never caught the ball.
So a bizarre ending to the final game of the Subway Series here in New York.
10 chances as a Dodger. Tied at 1. Todd Hundley on first. Meantime, and there were 2 outs. Edgardo Alfonzo doubles this one into the gap. Hundley running hard, coming around. Mets win, Mets win, Mets take a thriller.
2 outs, 3-2 count, bases loaded. Jose Mesa to Lenny Harris. Harris later said he was the one in trouble, not me. Jose walks in the winning run. Mets win it 7-6. Dude, you need to check yourself, man.
Edgardo Alfonzo consulting a higher authority after an intentional walk to Lenny Harris. Louis Lopez on a 3-1 count, ball 4. The second time this series, Mesa walks in the winning run. Mets win a wild one, 9-8.
0 for his last 8, left 7 on base Tuesday. Oh, bro, it is on.
The pitch to Piazza, hit in the air to deep right field. Back goes Quinn, looking up, and it's out of here. The Mets win the ball game. Mike Piazza with a 2-run opposite field home run off Trevor Hoffman. And the Mets have beaten the Padres in their final turn at bat.
The bases are loaded. 2 out. Mets down 4-3. Schilling to John Olerud. The single the other way. Lopez comes to score. Ron Gant thrown. Roger Cedeno, the play at the plate. Not in time. He's safe. And the Mets win it 5-4. Off the top of my head, that's the first time in 4. See this in the 14th minute, second and third. Ray Ordonez. Deep to left over the pulled-in outfield, and it's a winner. Valentine takes off for this guys and celebrates the win.
Lead at all 3 bases. 1-2 to Franco. Line drive, base hit into right field. Henderson scores. Here comes Alfonzo. Here comes O'Neill's throw to the plate. Alfonzo slides. He's safe. The Mets win it. The Mets win it. Matt Franco with a line drive, single to right, and he's being mobbed by his teammates. Matt Franco, a 2-run single off Mariano Rivera in the bottom of the 9th inning, and the Mets win it 9-8. An incredible ball game at Shea Stadium, capped off by the 5th comeback of the day. The Mets win it in their final turn at bat. The Yankees had won 124 straight games when they led after 8 innings. And just as they did to Trevor Hoffman earlier this year, the Mets come through again and snap the streak. Matt Franco with an enormous hit, A line drive single to right, scoring Henderson and Alfonso, who made the slide to beat the throw by O'Neill. And the Mets have taken the first 2 of the series from the Yankees.
2-minute board. Ball game. Matt Franco scores. Mets score 2 in the bottom of the 9th and win it in one of the better games this season. A total of 6 homers were hit in Game 1, including the one.
The 9th, runners at the corners, 2 outs. Your pinch hitter is Matt Franco, and the pitch hitter applying the knockout punch.
Could be trouble.
Talk about good placement.
And the Mets are going to win.
That's it. Another dramatic victory for the New York Mets at home. 3-2.
The 1-0 to Ventura. Line drive, base hit, Mets win. Put this baby in the books. The Mets live.
To Clance, his first pitch. Melvin Mora comes home to score. The Mets win it 2-1. 50,000 plus Mets fans became Brewer fans. Bobby V's reaction. The Mets winning in the afternoon, having to await the outcome.
As long as, oh, that's hit well to center field. Finley goes back. It's over! It's over! Todd Pratt, one of the most unlikely heroes, has hit it to dead center field. The Mets have won it in 10, 4-3.
A 2-1 pitch. And a drive in the air to deep right field. That ball headed toward the wall. That ball is out of here! Out of here! A game-winning grand slam home run off the bat of Robin Ventura. Ventura with a grand slam. They're mobbing him before he can get to second base. The Mets have won the ball game. Ventura hit it over the right center field fence. A game-winning grand slam home run. I don't know if they'll let Ventura circle the bases, but it doesn't matter. The Mets have won it. They've won the ball game, and the Mets will send this series to a game number 6 on Tuesday night in Atlanta. Robin Ventura slugged one over the 371 mark in right center field, and the Mets have won the ball game. And if he ever completes his trip around the bases, the final score will be 7-3. Ventura is starting to walk off the field. I don't think that he knows that that ball went over the fence. He still has not gotten to second base. His teammates have mobbed him, and I don't know what the final score of this game is going to be because Ventura is starting to walk off the field, but Cedeno, the winning run, crossed the plate, and that's all that matters. The Mets yank it out in the bottom of the 15th inning as Ventura slugs a grand slam, and the Mets win it. They send it to a game 6 on Tuesday night in Atlanta. And Bob Murphy, we have just seen one of the classic postseason games of all time.
No doubt about that. This is every bit the ball game that the 16th-inning game was when the Mets beat the Houston Astros in 1986. What a moment for Robin Ventura.
10th, Melvin Moore never hit a home run. Now he has.
On the first pitch.
And we're forced to call this a walk-off home run. Mets won it 5-4 as they walked off and into the locker room.
Stash still in the dugout. Next batter, Matt Franco. And, you know, homers are great, but sometimes choppers count just the same. John Nunley scores. The Mets win it 1-0. 7-page shot sheet, 1-0 ball game. Mets.
Bottom 9. Joe McEwing on second. No outs. Derek Bell, yo. Hitting, yo. Travis Lee, yo. Trying to catch it, yo. And I'm saying, yo, because that's how Derek Bell talks. The Mets' 10th hit of the game and their first single of the game.
Bottom 10, 1 out, tied at 7. Jose Mercedes. Kurt Abbott is not scared of heights. Kurt Abbott Just his second home run of the year. It's the role players that make this Mets team go.
So now Payton tries to win it, and a line drive left field. Collier going back, still going. That's a gunner. Mets win. Jay Payton wins it with a 3-run homer, and the Mets win it 4-1. Grounded to second. Line drive, left field, Mets win. Ray Ordonez with a game-winning hit. Zeal comes around to score, and the Mets win it 1-0 in 10 innings.
That's a big hit for the Mets, and a bigger hit for that kid, Ray Ordonez. It'll do a world of good for his confidence. Bobby Valentine decided to bunt the runner to second base, using Shinjo to do it, and said, Ray Ordonez, go ahead and win it. And he won the ball game, and listen to this place.
The first run the Mets have scored in the last 2 nights turns out to be all they need to win this one, and in fact the series. So the Mets, perhaps making an early season statement, have taken 4 of 6 from Atlanta.
Bottom 9, Adams against Shinjo. Desi Relaford scores. Mets win it 6-5.
10th inning, still tied at 3. Timo Perez, bottom 10 coming through. Base hit. And that's the ball game as the Mets go on to win by the score of 4-3.
The 11th, Vlad Nunez pitching with Shinjo at the plate with a runner on first. Shinjo is money. This is going to drop. Eric Owens can't get to it. Joe McEwing hustles from first, heading home for the winning run, and the throw home is not good. The only hit of the game for Shinjo is 16th double of the year, 33 RBIs, and the Mets win. They have a 5-game win streak.
Ventura hitting .246. 17 home runs and 43 RBIs. High fly ball. Well hit. Deep to right center. It may go. Gone. A home run. A home run for Robin Ventura. The Mets win the game 4-3. What a blast off the bat of Robin Ventura. And the entire Mets team is coming out to home plate to be there to greet Robin Ventura, who has just won the game with a home run to right center field. Terrific home run by Robin Ventura, his 18th home run of the year. The Mets win it in their final turn at bat, and wouldn't you know, the home run came off Herc Wendell, the 9th he has allowed so far this year.
The 0-1 to Piazza. Swinging a high fly ball, deep left center field. Forget it. The ball game is over. Piazza hits it back into the bleachers in left center field, and the Mets win it in their final turn at bat on a walk-off home run for the 2nd consecutive day. Piazza hit an 0-1 pitch over the left center field fence for his 26th home run of the year. The entire ball club comes out to home plate to greet him. Ventura did it yesterday in the bottom of the 9th. Piazza does it today, and the Mets win it 6-5. And they're all pounding on Piazza as he crosses home plate. Mike Piazza with his 3rd run batted into the day, a game-winning home run over the left center field fence, and the Mets take 3 out of 4 from the Philadelphia Phillies winning in dramatic fashion one more time. Piazza with the game winner as the Mets take it to the bottom of the ninth inning. 1 run, 1 hit, and nobody left. The final score here at Shea this afternoon. The Mets 6 and the Phillies 5.
To the bottom of the 11th, Rob Nen against Ray Ordonez. Ordonez 0 for 8 against Nen. Make that 1 for 9. The winning base hit as Payton comes in to score. The Mets take it 3-2 in 11.
He threw out somebody at home earlier in the game. Bottom of the 11, tied it 2. Jay Payton hits one, Acevedo to right. And here comes the winning run in the score. The Mets, in 11 innings, win it by the final of 3-2. Kevin Appier gets a no decision.
Bring it in, Kevin Grabowski to face Edgardo Alfonzo opposite way. Crowded Shea going wild. Jay Payton scores. And the Mets come back and defeat the hated Braves in 12.
Bottom of the 10th. Bases loaded for the Mets. Jay Payton facing Vic Derensburg, Ray Ordonez. Ray can't watch, but it's really the fish that shouldn't be watching. 4 walks equals a run and a win. That's it. That's all. The Mets win it 5-4. Mets had a grand total of 6 hits.
2 out. Mo Vaughn. Check swing grounder to the third. Joe Randa's throw. Dicey to first. And Tony Tarasco scores all the way from second base. Check out the replay. Tarasco never stopped running from second. And the Mets get the victory. Their 3rd straight. 4-3 is the final. Make it 8 straight losses.
So Vaughn is up, and they don't go to the shift this time, and Vaughn right back through the box. That's the game winner. Mo Vaughn is rejuvenated.
Lonzie bluffs, doesn't go. Deep right field, doesn't matter. This ball game is over. Home run, Jeremy Burnett. Mets win it 3-1.
Again, bottom 12, tied at 2, but not in this game. Runner at third, Roger Cedeno just put the ball in play to third, throw home off. Mets win in 12 innings. Drama.
Bottom 11, Essex Snead. First major league home run for Essex Snead. A 3-run shot off Dan Smith. Walk off Essex Snead. Mets win 6-3.
High fly ball left field. It's deep. White going back, turning around. Kiss it goodbye. The Mets have won it. Mike Piazza with a game winner. A 2-run homer in the 10th. The Mets win it 4-2 in extra innings. He was due, Tom Seaver. He had not homered since April 23rd. His 4th home run of the year. And it has not been a week of many smiles for Mike Piazza, but he's grinning ear to ear now.
Oh, you're taking the words right out of my mouth. You saw the pictures of Mike Piazza in the paper today. It was a pretty dour face with not that grin that he has, that wonderful smile that he has. Boy, nothing but a walk-off home run will do it to put that smile. Yes, sir. Give them all a hug and a smile, Michael. You deserve it. It's been a long couple of days for you. And what better way to erase it all with a walk-off home run.
9, same score. That's Marco Scutaro. On second, Tony Clark. The game-winning hit. That hit is almost as exciting as Ruben winning American Idol. The Mets win. The first game the Mets have won when they've trailed after 7 innings this year.
Still 6-all. 2 on Tony Clark. Base hit down the line. Joe McEwing comes in to score. And despite Benitez, the Mets win anyway, 7-6.
The 9th, still tied at 3. Bases loaded for Jason Phillips, and he delivers. The 6-game losing streak over. Mets win 4-3. It's their first win since last Sunday. Been a long time.
Brower delivers. And a drive in the air to deep left field. Back goes Bonds to the track. Near the wall. Jumping. It's out of here. Mike Piazza wins the game with a line drive home run over the left field wall. Piazza with his 6th home run of the year, and the Mets come out to home plate to greet him. A night after Piazza set the home run record for catchers, he delivers a game winner. A line drive homer over the left field wall, and they jump up and down on Piazza as he crosses home plate. And the Mets win it in the bottom of the 11th inning. The Mets, for the 2nd straight night, win in their final turn at bat. They sweep the series from the Giants. They win their 4th straight game on the walk-off home run by Mike Piazza.
And what did he do? It looked like he hung a slider. He tried to go away again to Mike, but that time the ball hung out over the plate, and Piazza crushed it into the bleachers beyond the grasp of Barry Bonds. And on the night after, Mike Piazza sets the all-time record for homers by a catcher, and people speculate that now he'll be a little more relaxed and perhaps capable of locking in for one of those long stretches. He delivers his first hit of the game, but it's a game-winning hit.
2 outs, men at first and second, then Ford pitching. Kaz Matsui, he didn't start, but boy, he finished. Sends it back, and the winning run scores. The Mets avoid being swept. They win 6-5.
Man is Cliff Floyd. Cliff Floyd had 3 hits on the night. He's batting .326 on the season, and he drove in 3, including the gamer there. Mets 5-4. They went 5-1 against some of the best pitchers in the league.
The 2-2 to Mike. Slider hit in the air to deep left field. Back goes White, looking up, and it's out of here! Mike Cameron wins the game with a home run to the back of the bleachers in left field. A walk-off home run from Mike Cameron in the bottom of the 9th inning, and his teammates come out to welcome him. Cameron, who hadn't homered in 5 weeks, hits one for the 2nd straight night, and the Mets win it in their final turn at bat on Mike Piazza night. They win it 3-2. Cameron, whose bat has been coming alive over the last week, crushed that ball to the back of the bleachers in left field. And the Mets win in dramatic fashion in the bottom of the 9th as Cameron goes deep against Danny Patterson to win it for New York.
There's another drive. Deep left, White back. It is over his head. Cameron's done it again. Mike Cameron has done it again. On consecutive nights, he's beaten the Tigers. In 10 innings, the Mets pull it out. Final score 4-3. And they're piling on Cammy for the 2nd night in a row. Mike Cameron stinging a line drive, and he beats Patterson for the 2nd night running. So Cameron all grins on Friday night with a homer, and tonight with a line shot to the warning track. Slow roller. Is this going to end it? Yes. Mets win 10-9.
After Roberto Hernandez walked 2 in the bottom of the 11th, still tied at 2. Hernandez knocks it down. Ty Wigginson's hit, but his throw is bad, and Vance Wilson scores. Mets go on to win 3-2 in the final.
This isn't good. They went to extras, tied at 3. Kenton Merker on for the Cubs. Craig Brazil out for the Mets. His first home run. Painful loss for Dusty and the Cubs as they go down 4-3 in extra innings.
Bottom 11th, runner on second, Jose Reyes working on Dan Wheeler. Reyes hits the seeing eye single up the middle, gets by the infield, and Victor Diaz is going to score the winning run from second. The Mets have a 3-game win streak after starting 0-5 in this young season.
Winning run on second, Ramon Castro facing Guillermo Mota, and it's more Met magic.
Liner in right center, that's down for a hit. Here comes Diaz. This game is over. 6 in a row for the Mets. They win it 4-3.
They started 0-5. Now they've won 6 in a row. Steve Phillips is their former GM.
And now it's up to Cliff Floyd, who'd struck out in his last 3 at-bats, and Cliff Floyd says, ball game! Oh, wait. That's the wrong side of the foul pole if you're a Mets fan. Let's try this again. Cliff Floyd.
Better put some body language on it.
Yes. Now Cliff Floyd says, ball game!
So there's a drive. High and deep to right. Way back. He did it!
And that is the ball game. Mets win at 5-3 on Floyd's walk-off, and they snap a 3-game losing streak.
Left against Woodward. The pitch and a high fly ball deep left field. Back goes Klesko onto the warning track. Back at the wall. It's out of here! Chris Woodward with a walk-off 2-run pinch hit home run. And the Mets have won the ball game in the bottom of the 11th inning. Woodward hit it over the 371 mark in left center field. A 2-run pinch hit home run, and the Mets are out to greet him as they bounce with Woodward at home plate. For Chris Woodward, his 3rd home run of the year. It's a walk-off 2-run blast, and the Mets have taken the opener of the series with the Padres in 11 innings, 4-2.
Right goes to third. Now bases loaded, 1 out, Mike Piazza. You know, it's hard to walk Mike. He hasn't walked much in his career, but how about 4 straight? And the Mets beat the Brewers 9-8.
Now Majewski with a 1-1 pitch, and Woodward hits it on the ground up the middle. Base hit going into center field. Mets are going to win. Williams around third, scores standing. Chris Woodward has won it in the bottom of the 10th inning, 9-8. And the Mets come out of the dugout and rush towards Woodward. They mob him on the grass just to the right of the pitcher's mound. Cliff Floyd does a leap to bump bodies with Woodward in jubilation. And the Mets survive after blowing an 8-run lead. Chris Woodward with a game-winning hit.
We move to the 12th, bottom 12, game still tied. Piazza walked intentionally. Right, Brian Moeller, runners on first and second. Mike Jacobs is up next. Deuce is wild, 2-2 pitch in a 2-2 game with 2 outs, and that makes it 3-2. The Metropolitans get the victory in extras.
No comment. Bottom 9, game tied. Miguel Cairo singles to score. Jose Reyes was on second after a single and an error. We're basically down to our last gap, said Jeff Conine after the Mets beat the Marlins 5-4.
Tied, first and third, nobody out. Marlins going to go ahead and pitch to right. He didn't take long to take care of that. First pitch of the at-bat, fly ball to right. Sacrifice fly wins the game. Mets win it 3-2. Wright drove in all 3, 9 RBI on the season. He's hitting .474.
And Majewski deals. Toward the middle, grabbed by Majewski, throws it high, it gets away. Here comes Chavez. Chavez to the plate, and the Mets win the ball game. Delgado to deep left field. Back goes Bay at the track, at the wall. It's out of here! Carlos Delgado wins the game with an opposite field home run. Delgado's 11th home run, and it's a walk-off. To deep left center field. Back goes Andrew, looking up. And it's a base hit to win the game. Beltran scores on the David Wright 400-foot fly ball. 2-2 to right. Hit in the air to center field. Damon going back to the warning track. It's over his head and the Mets win it. David Wright with the walk-off hit in the bottom of the 9th off Mariano Rivera, and the Mets have taken game 1 from the Yankees, 7-6.
a great hit, redemption for Wright from the other night in St. Louis. And we talked about, well, you talked about, Gary, Johnny Damon playing shallow because he doesn't have that good of an arm, but he wasn't able to go back on the ball as well because he has that sore foot. Both things lead to a hit for the Mets and a win.
A tremendous win for the Mets tonight as Paul Lo Duca races home with a winning run on David Wright's walk-off hit. Second walk-off hit for Wright this season. And the Mets win it 7-6. 16th inning, 2-2 to Beltran. Ripped in the air to deep right field. Abreu looks up, and we're going home. Beltran with a home run. Wins it for the Mets in the bottom of the 16th inning. At 12:33 a.m., Carlos Beltran ends the Mets' longest game in 11 years with a walk-off home run, his 12th of the year. And you betcha they're happy. 9-8, the Mets win it.
Winning run at third with one out. And it's hit to center field. That'll win the game. And that ball is on the warning track. David Wright with his third walk-off hit of the season. And the Mets win it in the bottom of the ninth, 8-7.
That's a game winner for Endy Chavez. And the Mets post their 8th walk-off win of the year. Chavez drives home the winner at the bottom of the 13th inning. And the Mets win it 1-0.
To right field, Millage will tag. The catch by Wynn. Here comes Millage. Here's the throw to the plate. The slide. Put it in the books. The Mets win it in the 11th inning on a sacrifice fly by Chris Woodward. And the Mets have gained a split in the doubleheader. They win it 3-2 here in the nightcap. And a long, at times very wet and cold day at Shea has finally come to an end.
And give Willie Randolph credit there for pinch running, lasting Millage for Paul Lo Duca, and that was the difference. Lo Duca obviously does not score on that fly ball, Howie. And here it is. Got jammed a little bit, looking to go the other way. Very shallow right field. Here comes the throw from Wynn. Very fine slide by Millage. Gets around him. And there's the call. And he didn't leave early. And he knows he has to slide wide. Very nice.
And Lo Duca's as excited as anyone.
Line drive, base hit, and the Mets win it. Valentine delivers the game winner on the bottom of the 10th as Beltran comes home. 10 walk-off wins for the New York Mets, and they avoid the sweep. Valentine getting pounded by his teammates after his game-winning hit. John Maine with 7 shutout innings, and the Mets make it count. Valentine pummeled, and the Mets finish off the series with the Cubs with a walk-off win. He whips it to deep right. That ball is out of here! Out of here! The Mets win the ball game! Beltran with a walk-off 2-run homer in the bottom of the ninth. We talked at the beginning of this game about this potentially being an MVP showdown. For most of the night, it belonged to Pujols. The last shot belonged to Beltran.
Well, 0 for 4 on the night and being very quiet, but gets the game-winning 2-run shot and says, hey, I'm a candidate too.
And you talk about an emphatic jump on home plate.
He's got hops.
Wow. And he's got a smile that was never seen in 2005. But has been oft-witnessed in 2006. A drag bunt! He gets it down! No play and the Mets win it! A perfect drag bunt by Endy Chavez brings home Sean Green with the winning run. of the year, 2-1 in 12.
Well, when you're going to drag a bunt with you have to bring it right here. You got to put it right between the first baseman and the pitcher and just get it hard enough so it gets by the pitcher. Chavez great running out of the box. Just gets it. See, it gets it past Spire. He tries to get a glove on it, but by that time, too late. Perfect bunt from Endy Chavez. Gary, the legend grows.
Ryan Spire knew there was no way he was going to be able to make that play. And Sean Green comes home with the winning run. So it's the irregulars who do it for the Mets tonight. Damian Easley with the home run in the 10th inning to keep them alive. And Endy Chavez with the drag bunt in the 12th to win it for New York.
Ball 4 and the Mets win it. Delgado waited out Wirtz, a 10-pitch at bat. And he draws the bases loaded walk to win it for New York. And the Mets take the opener of the 4-game series from the Cubs.
Well, the bullpen of the Cubs has been the Achilles heel so far, and we saw tonight 3 walks in this inning, Gary, and a bases loaded walk right here to end it.
The Mets' second walk-off win of the year, their first walk-off walk. You're so clever.
Rounded right side, Terrio can't get it, base hit. Here comes Gotard to the plate. The throw by Merton, not in time. The Mets win it. On a day for the irregulars, it's the struggling big guy who comes through with the game-winning hit. A 5-run bottom of the 9th, and the Mets win it 6-5.
Well, Carlos Delgado almost gets undressed in that celebration, and sometimes you're struggling. What you need to do is just find a hole. Find a hole one time. And he does, just past Terrio, and Gotay with that good speed is able to beat that throw from Matt Merton in right field. Throw not even close. 2 pitches from air, 2 base hits, game over.
A complete meltdown by the Chicago Cubs bullpen and a devastating loss for Lou Piniella and the Cubs. When it looked like they were on the verge of splitting this 4-game series, it gets away and the Mets pull off a huge 9th inning comeback. A 5-run bottom of the 9th, Delgado driving in the tying and winning runs, and the Mets take 3 out of 4 from the Cubs.
Giants Mets, Armando Benitez. Welcome back to Shea.
There's a drive. Shot to right. Lewis back. It's over.
Delgado's second homer of the game. The difference, Mets win in extras 5-4.
Waiting, the 1-1 pitch. And a slider looped in the air, shallow right. Buck coming on, dives, can't get it. It rolls behind him. The Mets are going to win. Castro lumbers around third. Buck does not come up with a ball. Castro scores standing. Put it in the books. The Mets win it 1-0 in the bottom of the 9th inning on a base hit by David Wright. And they're out of the dugout to congratulate each other on finally winning a series. They had lost 6 consecutive series. They have now taken the first 2 from the Oakland A's. It's their first 2-game winning streak since the 27th and 29th of May. Ramon Castro came around from second to score. Buck took a chance. He dove after that ball. And given the situation with a slow runner, Ramon Castro on second, he would have been better advised to play it on a hop. But he gambled, and when the ball rolled behind him, even Castro was able to come around with the game's only run, and the Mets win it 1-0.
3-2, hit the deep right field. Forget it. That ball's out of here, and the Mets win it. Sean Green off the scoreboard. His 7th home run of the year.
They're very shallow in the outfield against Castillo.
Up the middle, base hit. Anderson to third. He's being waved home. Here comes Cameron's throw. Anderson scores, and the Mets win it.
Something cooking. Next batter is Angel Pagán. Singles to center. Jason Worth comes up firing. Close play at the plate, but the call is safe. First career walk-off hit for Pagán. The Mets celebrate. Charlie Manuel out to argue. Watch it again. Chris Coast, good job blocking the plate. Reyes seems to get his hand in there before the tag. Reyes, by the way, also snapped a 22-game stolen base drought. And the Mets take 2 out of 3 from the Phils and Big Shea. New York, a 4-3 winner.
Brings up Brian Schneider. And hand, I'm pretty sure this isn't intentional. Nobody tries to do that on purpose and lose a game. By Will Nieves, David Easley scores from third, and the Mets win 3-2-14. The 44th anniversary of opening day at Shea. It's a good day for the home team. We're tied at 4. Blown save there in the 9th. In the 11th, with the bases loaded, David Wright takes John Van Benschoten to the corner there. That's just fair, and that's just enough to win the ball game. The Mets take it by a count of 5-4.
Home half, Justin Miller looking for his first career save. The 7th pitcher used by the Marlins. 7, not a lucky number. Fernando Tatis, first career walk-off, brings home 2. Mets win 7-6. They take the series.
1-2. Hit in the air to deep right center field. Hit it toward the wall. That ball is out of here! Out of here! The Mets win the ball game! Beltran with a walk-off 2-run homer in the bottom of the 13th. And the Mets snap their 5-game losing streak in style. Well, the Mets have been waiting for a hero, and they find one. Beltran belts a 2-run shot to win it. His 7th of the year, a 4 RBI night for Beltran. And on a night that felt like a punch to the stomach when Wagner gave up the home run in the 9th, Beltran delivers the final blow.
Beltran owned extra innings in 06 a couple of years ago when the Mets had everything working, and a great sign on the 64th game of the season. Needed this game after the performance from Peltry. Fastball up in the strike zone and just a line shot out. Knew it right away. And watch that Met bench.
Bottom 9, David Wright up at the plate, facing former Met Heath Bell. And Wright is ready to eat. First career walk-off home run for Wright at any level of baseball. Mets win at 5-3. He says he can't wait to shake Brett Favre's hand. Reporters couldn't wait to talk to him. 7 innings, 4 runs, 7 hits, 101 pitches. Got to get Pedro out after 101 pitches. Bottom 9 tied at 4. Delgado to Infante, who can't hang on. David Wright thought he caught it, but still had enough time to get home. And the Mets walk off with the win 5-4.
2-0 to Beltran. And Carlos rips one off the glove into right field. Here comes Reyes. He'll score, and the Mets win it. In the wind, in the rain, in the gloom, the Mets come from behind twice, and Carlos Beltran drives home the winner in the bottom of the 9th, and the Mets win 7-6. And with 3 games to play in the season, assure themselves at least a share of the wild card lead again.
Well, redemption right here. It's just such a big ball game for this club. And again, there's the igniter right there. Jose Reyes. He led it off with a single, but Carlos Beltran coming through in the clutch on a 2-0 slider. And boy, oh boy, boy, that is huge, and the Mets are very much in the hunt for a division.
Micah Hoffpower had the game of his life. Went 5 for 5, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. The only thing he couldn't do tonight was snag that line drive.
Well, maybe in this stormy weather game, the Mets found some sun up in the sky. It's great that bat by Beltran. Reyes' at bat to get a single, and 2 of the biggest at bats for the Mets in this game go to Ramon Martinez and Robinson Cancel.
Third. Breaking ball slapped toward the hole. Hardy on the backhand. The desperation throw. Not in time, and the Mets win it. The Mets with their first walk-off win at Citi Field on the RBI infield hit by Luis Castillo, bringing home Delgado with the winning run, and the Mets win it 5-4. Ball 4, and the Mets win it. The Mets win it in a walk-off walk. Jeff Bennett, after 2 out and nobody on, gave up an infield hit, an intentional walk, and then 2 unintentional walks to Castro and Beltran, and the Mets win it 4-3. And Santos lines one, base hit, and the Mets win it! Sheffield comes home with the winning run. Santos, who hit the homer to tie it, gets the base hit to win it at the bottom of the 11th.
Well, the Mets started this day with Brian Schneider in their clubhouse, and they got to make a move tomorrow. Well, Mr. Santos made his own move tonight.
2-2 to Murphy. Curveball ripped into right field, a base hit. Here comes Frank Core around third. Here comes Scherholtz's throw to the plate. Safe, the Mets win it. Daniel Murphy delivers the winning run at the bottom of the 9th inning. The Mets' first walk-off win since May the 29th. Barajas hits one to deep left field. That goes to Rosa, right near the wall, jumping. It's out of here! The Mets win the ball game! Ron Barajas with a 2-run walk-off home run. His second home run of the night. His third 2-home-run game of the season, and in the best game of the year so far, the Mets win it 6-4. Blanco drives one to left field. Back goes to Rosa, looking up at the wall. It's out of here! Henry Blanco wins it with a walk-off home run. Barajas last night, Blanco today. His first home run as a New York Met. And the Mets win it in walk-off fashion for the second time in 24 hours. How's that for a daily double? Henry Blanco with the winner. Go right back to that splitter. And Davis hits it to deep right field. That ball is out of here. Ike Davis with a home run to win it for New York. The Mets' third walk-off victory of the season. They've all ended on home runs. A no-doubter for Mike Davis, his 7th big league home run. And the Mets win it 2-1 in 11.
Beltran. All he's got to do is get it deep enough, and he does just that. To right field, this will score the winning run in the form of Feliciano. A walk-off sac fly. 5-4 is your final. Well, it's not quite a walk-off homer for Beltran, but a win is a win. It's still a game-winning ribby so far in the series. David Wright, 5 for 8 with 8 batted in the no decision. Meanwhile, Takahashi, he strikes out 10. That is a Mets season high. New York can go for the series win Sunday in a midday matinee.
Woman's 1-0. Castillo flares it, shallow right, base hit. Here comes Davis coming home. Stanton's thrown to the plate, offline. The Mets win it. Nobody's ever loved a pounding more than the one Luis Castillo is receiving right there. Feliciano and then Reyes, but Evans pulls one through the whole base hit. Here comes Tejada around third. Tomado's thrown to the plate, not in time, and the Mets win it. Nick Evans with a walk-off hit brings home Ruben Tejada with the game's only run, and the Mets win it in 10, 1-0.
Well, that's a couple of big hits for Nick Evans in the last week, popped by his teammates. And the Mets with some outstanding pitching today get the win. Well, nicely done, Mr. Evans. Up for a second time with the Mets, coming off the bench, and that young man. So the bench comes through, and the youngsters come through for this Met team.
The 19th shutout victory for the Mets this season as they outlast the Pirates. Nick Evans, who had a go-ahead hit in D.C. and on the last road trip, gets himself a walk-off hit tonight. And Tejada hits one out to left center. Over goes Gomez toward the gap. He can't get it. Davis is in. Here comes Castillo around third. Chip Hill waving him home. Castillo sliding in safely, and the Mets win it. Ruben Tejada with a 2-run double to win it for New York.
Year deal.
Sure. And he'll get one.
Yes, I believe so.
Holy, the deep right field. Back goes Morse near the wall, and it's out of here. Josh Thole with a walk-off home run at the bottom of the 10th inning. Josh Thole's third career home run, and it's a winner for New York.
They have more fun roughhousing nowadays with the walk-off hit.
The fourth time this year the Mets have won a game with a walk-off home run. Barajas, Blanco, Davis, and now Josh Thole. Winning run at third with 2 out. And Turner gets hit by the pitch, and the Mets win the game. A walk-off hit by pitch, and the Mets win it in 13 innings, 3-2. Turner, who's found every way to drive in runs this year, finds a new way. Takes one for the team, and the Mets win it. He hits it in right center, and the Mets are going to win it. Hairston's home with the winning run, and the Mets pull it out of the bottom of the 10th. Jason Bay with a walk-off hit in a game where the Mets were down to their last strike against Mariano Rivera. They tie it in the 9th and win it in the 10th to keep the Yankees from sweeping.
Well, ironically here in this ball game, the last 2 runs the Mets get were on leadoff with actually 2-out walk with Mariano, and Hairston, that man right there, leads off this inning with a walk, winds up scoring the winning run. This is a huge win for the Mets. A big hit for this man right here, Bae, who has struggled all season. And this Met team, I tell you what, you got to give them credit. They've got fight. They were 2 outs from being done and going on a road trip on the West Coast, getting swept at home. And look at this. What a reversal.
Well, on a day that they have uncertainty about their star player.
Will hit a home run, but he's not a home run hitter. On first pitch, swinging deep to right, heading toward us at the Pepsi porch, and it's a home run! And the Mets win the ball game off the facing of the Pepsi porch. Pagan wins it for New York, 6-5. The Mets' first walk-off home run of the season. Angel Pagan's 4th of the year. And to boot, he hits it right off the Pepsi porch.
Right, 10 more feet, it was right in our lap. I was ready. Ronnie, were you ready?
I was ready. Why not?
Wow.
What a night for the New York Mets. They get back above 500. Pagan with the game-winning blow, and he nearly put it in our laps.
He knew he got it. He knew it.
Nice.
Look at this, right below us. Almost. I was ready.
I didn't see it hit the sign, but I could hear the clunk.
You could hear the clunk.
Right underneath us.
Boy, I'll tell you, this team, resilient as ever. Coming back in this game from deficit after deficit, and then the big hit from Pagan. Good enough relief pitching to hold the fort. And a win for Izzy, pitching 2 innings in relief.
And the Mets, there we go, there's the replay.
I honestly thought that ball was coming right on our table.
You had to be prepared. It was coming.
I would have loved to have seen you call it out of here with the 1-hopper.
Up the middle, base hit. Turner scores. Here comes Wright, and the Mets win it. In the air to center field, chasing Bird back, way back. Bird is not going to get there, and the Mets win it. Friday scores on Turner's walk-off hit, and the Mets win it 5-4. And Murphy lines one into right field. Base hit. Here comes Baxter to the plate, and the Mets win it. Daniel Murphy with the walk-off hit after making the big defensive play, and the Mets are 4-0. Down to first, Belt coming home, force out there, throw by Posey, gets away! Here comes Tejada, and the Mets win it! In a game of errors, the Giants make the last error, and the Mets win it 5-4. Bruce Bochy is going to ask for interference on the last play, but he gets no satisfaction. And on the throwing error by Posey, Tejada races home with the winning run, and the Mets win it 5-4.
The catcher who was run into by Scott Cousins last year, which ended his career, was hit by Scott Hairston with a proper slide to knock him off his socks with that bad throw to first base. Big win for the Mets.
Drive in the air to right field, Stanton going back, and it's over his head, and the Mets win it! Kirk Neuenhuis with a walk-off hit, and the Mets rally against Heath Bell in the bottom of the ninth, and they sweep the Marlins, winning it 3-2. third with 2 out. And Wright loops one, shallow right. On comes Pence, coming on. He can't get it, and the Mets win it. David Wright with a walk-off hit, and the Mets win it 6-5. Lopez behind 2-0. And Davis hits it in the air to right field. Back goes Francisco onto the track. Right back at the wall. It's out of here! The Mets win the ball game! Ike Davis with a game-winning home run in the bottom of the ninth. His second of the day, and the Mets win it 2-1. Davis with his second career walk-off home run. He provides the bookends today as the Mets win it 2-1. And Ruben lines one into left center for a game-winning hit. Hairston's in to score, and the Mets win it 3-2. Here's the 1-0 to Bird. Ground ball down to third. It's a fair ball. In comes Tejada. Here comes Neuenhuis, and the Mets win it. The Mets fought uphill all day long, and Marlon Byrd drives in 2 to win it for New York, 4-3.
Well, we talked about in the ninth inning, if you're going to have a successful year, you've got to win one-run games, and you got to beat the opposition's closer. And they did both here in the ninth inning. Aggressive base running put him in a position that the manager for the Marlins decided to play the infield in, and with that ground ball by Bird, it cost them a victory and gives the Mets a victory.
2-1 to Valdespin. Swinging and a long fly ball to right field. That'll win it for New York. It heads toward the wall, and it's out here! A grand slam for Valdespin to win the ball game. Jordani Valdespin with a walk-off grand slam at the bottom of the 10th inning, and the Mets win it 7-3. To Baxter. Line drive, base hit. Here comes Davis around third, and the Mets are going to win it. Baxter with the walk-off pinch hit in the bottom of the 10th, and the Mets win it 1-0. Trying to keep Bird close at second, and Baxter hits one up the middle. That's a base hit. Here comes Bird around third. He'll come home with the winning run. Mike Baxter has done it again, and the Mets win it 3-2. And he loops one in the shallow right, a base hit. Here comes right around third. The throw to the plate by Ichiro. Not in time. The Mets win it. throw the last pitch. But the Mets with a walk-off win, and they take it 2-1 for the second straight night.
Well, kudos to Daniel Murphy, the future Hall of Famer Mariano Rivera. Leadoff double down the left field line. David Wright clutching out with the base hit to tie, advancing on the bad throw, and then Lucas on the cutter end. He gets jammed and muscles it out over the end, second baseman into the outfield for the game winner.
And how many times, Keith and Gary, are you going to see Rivera in a save situation give up 3 hits in a row to lose the game?
Second career walk-off hit for Lucas Duda. It's the base hit he's been looking for all year as he gets right home with the winning run. And the Mets have won their 3rd in a row as they take 2 from the Yankees at Citi Field.
Duda at third, Buck the tying run at second with 1 out. And a long drive, deep right field, headed to the Pepsi porch. It's out of here! The Mets win the ball game! Kirk Neuenheisel walk-off 3-run homer in the bottom of the 9th. If there was ever a team that needed a magic moment, it was the New York Mets on Father's Day, and Kirk Neuenhuis provides it with a walk-off 3-run homer, his first home run of the year, and the Mets with 4 in the bottom of the 9th win it 4-3. And he lines one to left center field, a base hit, and the Mets are going to win it! Buck comes in with the winning run. Andrew Brown with a walk-off hit, and the Mets win it in the bottom of the 13th. Young cracks into deep right field. Back goes Johnson near the wall. It's out of here! Eric Young wins the game with his first home run as a New York Met. A walk-off 2-run homer in the bottom of the 11th, and the Mets win it 4-2. One from Webb, and Darno grounds one toward the middle. Echeverria can't get it. Base hit, and the Mets win it. Duda comes home. Travis Darno with his first career walk-off hit, and the Mets win it in the bottom of the 12th, 1-0.
Well, it's been a tough go for Travis Darno offensively. So anytime you have these kind of moments, and can share in the win with your teammates. Big moment there for Darno in a game that the pitchers had the best of it this afternoon.
2-2 to Sack. And he lines one, a base hit. Lutz scores. Here comes Rucker. Rucker coming home. He scores, and the Mets win it. Josh Satin with a 2-run walk-off hit in the bottom of the 9th. The Mets score 4 and beat the Giants bullpen 5-4. Now the 0-1, and the curveball hit in the air, right field deep. Back goes Bruce to the warning track near the wall. It's out of here! Ike Davis wins it with a pinch hit grand slam in the bottom of the 9th. And the Mets win it 6-3. Two first basemen, 2 heroes. Duda a couple of home runs yesterday, and Davis off the bench with a pinch hit grand slam to win it for New York. 1-0 coming to Granderson. And a fly ball hit out to left center. This should do it. Tagging at third is Neuenhuis. Justin Upton with the catch. Kirk coming home, and the Mets win it. Curtis Granderson with a walk-off sacrifice fly in the bottom of the 14th inning. And he pulls one down to third. Under Jones, and the Mets win it! Quintanilla scores the winning run, and the Mets rally for two in the bottom of the ninth and beat the Marlins 4-3. And Tejada lines a base hit, and the Mets win the ball game. Lagares comes in to score. Tejada, who had the last walk-off hit for the Mets back in May, wins it for the Mets in the bottom of the 11th. Pops one up into center. Tagging at third, Granderson. Stubbs is under it. Not very deep, and Granderson's going to try. Here comes the throw. It's offline, and the Mets win it! Wilmer Flores with a walk-off sacrifice fly, and the Mets score two in the bottom of the ninth and win it 3-2. And Duda crashes one down the line toward the pole. It's out of here! The Mets win the ball game! Lucas Duda off the foul pole, a two-run walk-off home run! Mayberry grounds one toward the hole, smothered by Peralta, throwing home, not in time, and the Mets win the ball game. John Mayberry drives in the winning run in the bottom of the 14th inning, and the Mets, in their first extra inning game of the season, have their first walk-off win of 2015. Mets 2, Cardinals 1. Harris the winning run at third. And Flores lines one over short, base hit, and the Mets win the ball game. Lagares comes in to score. Wilmer Flores with a walk-off hit, and the Mets beat the Phillies 5-4-10. Dyer first pitch swinging up the middle, base hit, and the Mets win the ball game. Granderson comes home with the winning run. Michael Kadire with his first walk-off RBI in 9 years. And the Mets get the finale of the series from the Giants, 5-4. And Flores hits one up the middle, base hit. Here comes Duda on third, trying for the plate. The throw by Pirro. Not in time, and the Mets win it. The Mets come from behind with two out of the bottom of the 11th to snap the Blue Jays' 11-game winning streak. Duda ties it. Flores with a walk-off hit, and the Mets win in the 11th, 4-3. 1-1 from Adcock, and Duda grounds one. Votto drops it, and the Mets win the ball game. Joey Votto with his second missed play of the game, and the Mets win it in the bottom of the 13th, 2-1.
0-2 coming. And Uribe hits it deep to left center field. Headed back toward the wall. That ball is off the fence. That'll bring in the winning run. Granderson scores. Uribe with a walk-off hit. And the Mets win it 3-2 in 10. In his third game as a Met, Juan Uribe has a signature moment. Flores drives it. Deep left center field. Taylor back. Near the wall. It's out of here! Flores ends it with a home run! Wilmer Flores night at Citi Field comes to a fitting close, and the Mets win it 2-1 in 12. He lines one to right center field. Base hit, and the Mets win the ball game. Campbell comes in with the winning run. David Wright, the walk-off hero, and the Mets win it 5-4.
The 0-1. Fastball hit high in the air to deep right field. Down the line, it's got a chance by the pole. It is a home run! A game-winning home run for Curtis Granderson. Put it in the books. You bet it was the time for Curtis. Forget about the slump. Forget about the 3 strikeouts. All it took was 2 pitches for the Mets to shrug off a 4-run top of the 9th by the Dodgers. The Mets win the ball game 6-5. They are pounding Curtis Granderson at home plate.
The outfield comes in. It's hit back through the middle, grabbed by the second baseman Schiff. He throws it wide. Walker scores, and the Mets win the ball game. Flores puts it in play. Walker races home, and the Mets snap their 4-game losing streak with an 11th inning win. He drives one deep left center toward the wall. That is out of here. Cespedes wins it with a home run.
Had a walk-off home run earlier this year against the Dodgers back in May.
And Curtis swings, hits it deep to right field. Back toward the corner. Kepler near the wall. It's out of here! Granderson wins it! Curtis hits the tying home run of the 11th, the walk-off home run of the 12th, and the Mets win it 3-2. And Cabrera hits one deep right field. Back goes Borges near the wall. It's out of here! Out of here! As Drupal Cabrera wins it for New York. A 3-run walk-off home run. On a night of comebacks, as Drupal Cabrera provides the final jump as the Mets leapfrog to a 9-8 victory.
1-2 from Strickland.
And Walker rips one down the right field line. Base hit, and the Mets win the ball game. Conforto comes in to score the winning run. Neil Walker with a walk-off hit. Walker drives in the first Met run. He drives in the last Met run.
2-0 to Bruce.
And he lines one, base hit, and the Mets win the ball game. Rivera comes in with the winning run. Jay Bruce with a walk-off hit, and the And Reyes pulls one over the bag. Carpenter playing deep, but the pitcher doesn't cover. And Reyes is safe, and the Mets win the ball game.
Put it in the books! The New York Mets pull it out in the bottom of the 9th inning on an infield hit by Jose Reyes, and the Mets have picked up a split in this 4-game series with the St. Louis Cardinals.
So now it's Flores. And Wilmer cracks it! Deep left field! That ball is out of here! Out of here! Wilmer with the walk-off, and the Mets win it 6-5! Down 5-0, the Mets battle back. And Wilmer Flores with the walk-off home run to put the Mets over the top. 2-2 coming. Line left field. Peterson going back. He can't get it. And the Mets win the ball game. Lagares comes in to score the winning run. Peterson was playing too shallow. Tyrone with a walk-off hit. And the Mets win it 4-3.
Well, great for that young man.
Yeah.
It's been a tough go for him after coming up for the first time from the minor leagues, and he gets himself a walk-off hit.
Yeah. 1-2 coming. And Flores hits it out to left center field. Back in the gap toward the wall. It's out of here! Wilmer Flores ends it with a walk-off home run. The Mets' first walk-off win of the year, and it's Wilmer who provides the game ender. Second home run of the year for Wilmer Flores, and the Mets take the rubber game of the series from Milwaukee. They're now 12-2 on the year. Chafin ahead 0-2. And Wilmer lofts one to left field. That's going to get the game winner in. Peralta grabs it. Nimmo comes home, and the Mets win it. A walk-off sacrifice fly for Wilmer Flores, and the Mets rally for 2 in the 8th, 1 in the 9th to beat the Diamondbacks 5-4 and win back-to-back games for the first time in 5 weeks. And Wilmer pulls one. That's a fair ball off the tarp. Here comes Conforto, and the Mets win it. Wilmer does it again. The king of the walk-off. The Mets snap their 7-game losing streak. Flores wins it in the 10th. Bautista sucks one to deep left field, and this ball game is over. A walk-off grand slam for Jose Bautista, the first walk-off home run of his major league career. What an ending. His 337th major league home run, the first one that's ever ended a game. And it's a grand slam to boot. And the Mets win it 5-1 to take the opener of this series. Here. And Wilmer swings the bat and drives one deep down the line. Toward the corner. It's off the pole. Home run. The ball game is over. Wilmer is the Mets' all-time walk-off king.
And Wilmer saying, pulling his Carlton Fisk here. Unbelievable. It really is unbelievable.
His 4th career walk-off home run. The Mets' second walk-off home run on this homestand. But the Mets and their fans appreciative of Wilmer, who has stayed a Met long enough to have the club record for walk-off RBIs. And all he could do is wait in that home run distance. But fair or foul? Doink. Fair. Game over. Wilmer wins it.
And Brandon Nimmo will come up. He'll have a chance to be the hero.
Hit in the air, deep right center field. Back goes Williams looking up, and it's out of here. Brandon Nimmo wins it with a 3-run homer.
Ball game! On the very first pitch, Brandon Nimmo parks one in the bullpen. 3-0 Mets. They win it in 10.
The Mets' third walk-off home run on this homestand. Bautista, Flores, and now Nimmo gets the Mets a split of the series with a pinch-hit 3-run homer in the bottom of the 10th. And Frazier drives it deep left field, back near the wall. It's out of here. The Mets win the ball game. Conforto and Frazier go back-to-back to win it for New York. Jackson lines one left center field. That's down for a base hit, and the Mets win the ball game. On David Wright night, Austin Jackson delivers the game-winning hit, and the Mets have a 1-0 13-inning win. And he flies one out to right. That'll win the game. Back goes Puig into the corner. Makes the catch. Trotting on in to score the winning run is J.D. Davis. And the Mets have won it in walk-off fashion. Pete Alonso's first career walk-off RBI. And the Mets win it 4-3. And he bounces one to short. Turner waits on the hop. The throw to first. Not in time, and the Mets win the ball game. Rosario beats out the infield hit. Echeverria scores, and the Mets win it 6-5. A big high hop. Turner had to wait for it, and Rosario uses his speed. His first ever walk-off RBI. And the Mets have taken the first two of the series from the Nationals. Back and forth in the late innings, and the Mets get the last laugh.
And that leaves just Santiago to finish this game, however long it goes.
Nito flies one out to right center field. Back goes Jones onto the warning track at the wall. It's out of here! Tomas Nido wins it! Nito ends it with an opposite field home run. His third career home run. This one ends the game in the bottom of the 13th, and the Mets win it 5-4.
Second home run of the year. Remember the home run at San Diego? And good for Tomas. And good for the Mets. The ball was carrying to right center field.
Well, it was a big day for the Met catchers. Wilson Ramos drove in the first 4 runs with a single and a pair of homers, and Tomas Nido ends it. And he drives one deep right field. Back goes Eaton. It's over his head, and the Mets win the ball game. Michael Conforto with his first career walk-off hit, and the Mets pull it out in the bottom of the ninth, 7-6.
Stripped in center field.
What an inning. What a game. What a night. What a streak. The Mets have won 14 of 15, and the most unlikely one of all. Conforto with a walk-off hit after Frazier's tying home run, and the Mets overcome the Nats and win it 7-6.
I don't know what happened to Michael's jersey top, but I'll tell you what, this is just a remarkable win for the Mets.
Ninth pitch of the at-bat coming to J.D. Davis.
And J.D. drives one toward the left field corner, and the Mets win it! Conforto comes home with the winning
after another come-from-behind walk-off victory. The Mets have won 12 of their last 13 at home.
Last homestand, Conforto got his first walk-off RBI. Now it's J.D. Davis.
And these fans and these players get to celebrate in Queens once again.
Shirt. Alonso takes high, ball 4, and the Mets win it! A bases loaded walk in the bottom of the 9th. Lagares comes in with the winning run, and the Mets yank it out 5-4 in the opening game of the series. And this time it's Alonso who loses his shirt after his second walk-off RBI. Ball 4, and the Mets win the ball game. Brandon Nimmo with the walk-off walk, and the Mets have breath as they win it in 11, 5-4. And Dom cracks one deep right center, back toward the wall. It's out of here! Dom Smith back from the injured list. His first at bat in 2 months, and he hits a walk-off home run in the season's final game.
Oh, how great is this?
The never say die Mets finish the season on an incredible note.
Oh, no. Oh, my word.
And Rosario clocks one deep left field. Back goes Gardner at the wall. It's out of here! Ahmed Rosario gives the Mets the win with a 2-run homer. A walk-off 2-run homer for Ahmed Rosario in the bottom of the 7th, and the Mets sweep the doubleheader from the Yankees as they win the nightcap 4-3. The Mets' first ever doubleheader sweep against the Yankees. Ahmed Rosario, a pinch hit 2-run homer off Aroldis Chapman. His second home run in 3 career at-bats against Chapman. And after the Mets rallied from 4 runs down to win the first game, they rally in their final turn at bat in the nightcap and win it in walk-off fashion on the road. How do you do that? Mets win this one 4-3. That's driven deep down the left field line toward the stands. It's out of here! Pete Alonso wins it with a walk-off 2-run homer in the bottom of the 10th, and the Mets yank it out 9-7. One big swing by Pete erases a day of disappointment, his 8th home run of the year, and the Mets win in walk-off fashion, coming from behind twice. Davis with the home run in the 9th, Alonso in the 10th, and the Mets split the season series with the Yankees as they win it 9-7.
Gary, did you just call a leadoff 2-run home run? Is that what I heard? Unbelievable. Great day. Great home run there by Alonso. Good job by Diaz. 2 solid innings.
1-2 coming. And the slider in there. Strike 3. Hit him. On the pitch. It hit him. In the strike zone. It hit Conforto. He made no effort to get out of the way. It was a strike, but he didn't move. And Don Mattingly is going to come out and argue the call with the home plate umpire, Ron Culpa.
The ball hit him, and it was going to be a strike. Yep.
So Michael Conforto gets a game-winning RBI by sticking his elbow into the pitch from Anthony Bass, and the Mets rally for 2 in the bottom of the 9th, and only now can they fully celebrate as the umpires say that the game is over. What a bizarre way to end the game.
That's just ridiculous.
I have never seen that.
The Mets win their home opener on a bases-loaded hit by pitch, on a pitch that was in the strike zone, that grazed the elbow protector of Michael Conforto, who clearly stuck his elbow in the way Jeff McNeil ties it with a home run leading off in the bottom of the ninth, and Conforto ends it with a bases loaded hit by pitch. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. And Villar hits one in the air to left field. That'll win the game. McCutchen watches it sail by him. In to score comes McNeil with the game-winning run, and the Mets have won the opening game of the doubleheader. Jonathan Villar with a walk-off hit, and the Mets win it in 8 innings, 4-3. Pete Alonso with the tying hit. Jonathan Villar with the winning hit. And after the Phillies got a run in the top of the 8th, the Mets counter with 2 in the bottom of the 8th to win the opening game of the doubleheader, 4-3.
I mean, you got to have the jitters here. Kind of bats to keep you in the major leagues.
2-2. Mazika hits one slowly up the line. The shovel home, not in time, and the Mets win it. Patrick Mazika plays hero in the bottom of the 10th. Patrick Mazika in his Citi Field debut, his second big league at bat, a walk-off RBI in the bottom of the 10th, and he's lost his shirt as the Mets have taken the opener from the Diamondbacks 5-4.
Well, when he put his head on the pillow, that wasn't the game-winning hit he probably ever saw in his life, but it worked.
Mets came from 4 runs down to get even on Lindor's home run in the 7th. And then Patrick Mazika gets Alonso home with the winning run in the bottom of the 10th.
Little try to backdoor slider. He's out in front, and he couldn't have bunted it better if this was a squeeze.
Oh, good jump.
Yep.
Celebrate with a polar bear burger. Alonso's home with the winning run. And Patrick Mazika, full smiles. What a way to break in at Citi Field. Now it's Mazika trying to get the winning run home. 2-2. And Mazika grounds one down to first. Coming home is Mancini. The slide. Save for the Mets. Win it. Mazika does it again. He drives home another winning run. The Mets rally for 2 in the bottom of the 9th, and they beat the Orioles 3-2. The king of the walk-off fielder's choice, Patrick Mazika, loses another uniform top. He has yet to have a hit in the major leagues, yet he's driven in 2 winning runs on this homestand with fielder's choice ground balls as Villar dives home with the winning run. And the Mets have won 6 in a row as they rally late to beat the Orioles 3-2.
Well, Mazika might be the hero, but it's because of Villar's base running on contact. The jump that he got, he just beat that play. I think Mancini thought it was going to be an easy play at home. You can't with the great speed of Villar. Beat that easily.
Mancini's throw was high. Severino had to reach up, and Villar reached down and got a piece of home plate. Tim Timmons with the call. The Mets with a run in the 8th and 2 in the bottom of the 9th, and they skim past Baltimore 3-2. And Patrick Mazika must wonder what the heck is going on. I keep getting chased down.
Well, maybe he's just trying to set him up so he can swing away.
And he swings away, grounds it up the middle, base hit. Here comes Lindor around third, and the Mets win it. And McNeil lines one, base hit. Lindor is in. Here comes Smith. Here comes Bradley's throw to the plate on a hop. Not in time, and the Mets win it. Jeff McNeil with his first career walk-off RBI as the Mets rally in the 7th, and they rally in the 8th, and they've taken the first 2 games of the series from Milwaukee as they win this one 4-3.
Gutsy effort by the Mets in this game. Gutsy effort by McNeil. Hasn't had a lot to cheer about this year. Had to be in the back of his brain as he's trying to come up with that big hit. Finally ends it as a hero here in game 1.
1-2 coming to Drury. And he pokes one the other way, base hit. Pilar to third. He's being waved around. Winker with the throw to the plate. Pilar scores and the Mets win it. Brandon Drury with a walk-off hit, and the Mets win it in 10, 5-4. The leadoff walk-off single for Brandon Drury in the bottom of the 10th inning. The Mets, who were down to their final strike in the 9th, Dom Smith got it tied with a big 2-out hit. And Brandon Drury drives in the winning run after Edwin Diaz escaped trouble in the top of the 10th. And thus the Mets even up the series with the Reds in a game apiece.
Well, they left the right side of the infield wide open, and Drury has just been absolutely phenomenal. And it went right with this pitch, slider. It is out of the strike zone down, but the whole right side of that infield was wide open. And the Mets get two very, very clutch hits late in this ball game. Dom in the 9th, and now Drury here in the 10th.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swinging a high fly ball to left field. It's deep. Stevenson back at the track, at the wall. He jumps, and it's gone for a home run. Put it in the books. Pete Alonso goes deep. He tucks it just over the 358 mark into the M&M Sweet Seats. A game-winning home run for Pete Alonso. And the Mets pour out of the dugout and pour all kinds of beverages over Alonso as he crosses home plate. The Mets 5, the Nationals 4 on a game-winning home run from Pete Alonso, his 25th home run of the year. They have ripped the shirt off of his back, and the Mets escape with a doubleheader sweep and a sweep of the 3-game series. On Pete Alonso Marvel Comics Day, he is an action hero to be sure. The final score, the New York Mets 5, the Washington Nationals 4.
And Conforto slashes one the other way, base hit! That ties the game! Alonso in, Baez digging for third, it's kicked by Alfaro, here comes Baez, trying to score, he scores, and the Mets win it! Turn those thumbs around! Javi Baez races home with the winning run, and the Mets win it 6-5! A storybook finish at Citi Field. Javi Baez vilified for 48 hours, made his apologies today, heard the boos from the crowd, but in the bottom of the 9th inning, he races home with the winning run off the hit by Michael Conforto, and the Mets somehow pull one out of the fire with a 5-run bottom of the 9th, and they defeat the Marlins 6-5. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming to McCann. And James dribbles one back to the mound. Baez trying to score. It's fumbled and the Mets win it. Baez running on contact on a ball back to the mound. Bass couldn't handle it cleanly and the Mets sweep the doubleheader. It's been a day of Javi Baez making things happen, and he does it again as he comes home with a winning run, and the Mets win it 2-1 in 9.
Take him any way you can get him. And as an RBI, it's not an error.
Javi's like a free safety on the field. You never know what he's going to do. Comes running on the ball back to the pitcher, and McCann gets a Mazika to end this game.
Very good call.
Now, is that a fielder's choice, Gary?
You're going to score in a fielder's choice, an RBI. Normally on a ball back to the pitcher, you're not going even if the contact play is on, but the rules don't apply to Javi Baez. This guy does stuff that you've never seen before, and we saw it all day long today in this doubleheader. Garcia ahead in the count 0-2. And Lindor lines it into center field. Base hit, and the Mets win the ball game. Nimmo comes home with the winning run. Francisco Lindor with the tying hit in the 5th, the winning hit in the 10th, and the Mets take the opener of the doubleheader from the Giants, 5-4. Down in the count 0-2, Francisco Lindor plates the winner, and the Mets, who came from 3 runs down to get even, win the opener of the series with the Giants to go to 8-3 on the season.
Terrific game, Lindor. 1-2 count. Went right down and got it over the middle of the plate. And look at him go down almost to the one knee. And that's a bullet, and that's good hitting.
And that's a game winner. What a game, Garrett. Terrific game.
And Alonso cracks one, and the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight, a two-run bomb into the second deck for Pete Alonso, and just like that, the Mets walk off with a 7-6 win. Oh wow! And Alonso loses it. Jump shot and a jump on home plate. 7-6 in 10. Escobar into right, that's going to get down, that's going to win for the Mets. Eduardo Escobar with the catch and now the key hit. And the Mets walk it off here on Memorial Day weekend, win it 5-4. And a heartbreaking loss for the Philadelphia Phillies. As the Mets in extras continue to be unbeaten. Third walk-off hit for the Mets this season.
The magic continues in Queens, and the heartbreak for the Phillies. Another crushing late inning blown save.
And Brandon hits one back to the mound. Bobbled for a moment by Scott. Throws one and threw it away. Here comes Nino, and the Mets win it. Oh, wow! The Marlins melting down to the bottom of the 10th, and the Mets rally for 2 runs with 2 out to win it 5-4. The day that began with a celebration ends with an unlikely celebration. The Mets are 7-0 in extra innings, and none more bizarre than this one. They gave the Marlins a run on an error in the top of the 10th, and they win it on an error in the bottom of the 10th. Marte will win it. A shot in the left field, and the Mets, thanks to Escobar's leadoff double, waits the winning run. Starling Marte, the hero tonight. Mets win it 3-2.
Seth Lugo came in and shut down the Yankees offense in that top half of the 8th inning after they tied it, in the top half of the 9th, giving their offense a chance to win it.
The offseason acquisitions have paid huge dividends in the Subway Series. Escobar, leadoff double, big home run last night. Starling Marte, RBI single to win it. Max Scherzer, 7 great innings tonight.
Starling Marte, an electric player, and a jolt of electricity into this rivalry. A playoff atmosphere and a difference maker type player coming up big in a big spot.
0-2 to Alonso. And Pete hits it on the ground toward the home base hit. Here's Nimmo on third, heading for the plate. Nimmo slides in safely, and the Mets win it. Pete Alonso on an 0-2 pitch drives in the winning run in the bottom of the 9th, and the Mets win it 7-6.
Diaz wanted the pitch a foot outside. He wanted that slider to be outside, an 0-2 count.
And there's your hanger. And then there's your, look to your left, folks. There's your base hit. And you're not going to throw Nimmo out. Big wide turn by Brandon. But he's got the speed.
Hilliard saved him once. Couldn't save him again. Out against Nimmo's ability to run.
What a win.
Well, Elias Diaz's 3-run double in the 8th, but the Mets behind the 8th ball. But Canna with the big hit in the 8th to tie. And Alonso down in the count comes through with the game winner.
Well, these two teams traded blows all night long. Marte with the triple, Canna with the 2 doubles and late 3 RBIs.
One to Escobar. And Eduardo punches one through the hole. Base hit. Here comes Lindor. Bleday with the throw to the plate. Lindor is safe, and the Mets win it. It's the month of Escobar. 5 RBIs, including the game winner of the 10th, and the Mets win it 5-4 to go a game up on the Braves. Escobar drives in all 5, and the Mets come from 4 runs down to win it in 10.
Perfect approach by Escobar. Don't forget Lindor dancing off second, kept the shortstop, might have even broken his back as he gets it out into the outfield. Boy, this was a closer play at home than I thought it was going to be by J.J. Bleday, but maybe that outfield playing so shallow made that play close.
Gave a chance against the speed of Lindor. Escobar with his 6th career walk-off hit brings Lindor home with the winning run. And the Mets, after seeing on the scoreboard that the Braves had lost in extra innings in Washington, pull out an extra inning win at home. Alonso drives one, deep left field, really going back, it's out of here, and the Mets win it! Into the second deck, Alonso a 3-run shot, and the Mets walk it off for the first time this year. One to grow on for the New York Mets. The 2 youngsters kept them in it, and the best home run hitter in baseball wins it in the bottom of the 10th with a 3-run blast into the second deck. And the Mets win the game 8-7 in 10.
Wow. So many good things happen in this ball game. And Pete up to the task. I mean, a bomb. Wow, what a game.
Mets have been waiting all year for a night like tonight to be the hero against his old team. Nimmo runs in a slide, base hit, and the Mets win it! Lindor against Cleveland gets the winning hit, and the Mets win 10-9. Oh, wow! Down 5-0 to begin this game. Alonso with the grand slam to tie it. Down 2 runs in the 10th for the second time in 3 days. And again, they come back to win. And it's Lindor in his first ever game against Cleveland who comes through with the game-winning hit.
Nimmo, right field, deep. That sends Bowers way back. Still going back. It's off the wall. Escobar, a slow start at second base. He's being waved in. Here he comes. Nimmo does it. And the Mets walk it off.
Bunt is off and it's hit over the bag. That's a fair ball down the line, and the Mets will win the game. Beatty comes in with the winning run. Luis Guillorme couldn't get the bunt down, but he gets the base hit to bring in the winner at the bottom of the 10th. And the Mets win the game 2-1 to put an end to this dastardly 4-game losing streak. First career walk-off RBI for Luis Guillorme. And the Mets get their first win since the All-Star break as they squeak one out in 10.
2-2 into right field. Down for a base hit and a game-winning RBI for Rafael Ortega. Hunter Renfroe looked like he had a chance to come up with it. It was off his glove and down into the outfield grass. LeCastro brings home the winning run, and the Mets salvage the final game of this 3-game series.
Yeah, you wonder if they would send him home there, especially with the top of the order, hit on the line like that. I think you probably do, because the outfielder is going to be off balance, and even with that great arm he has.
That was a really interesting play, because I think Renfroe felt like he can't leave his feet or they're going to tag and score, and so he tried to shoestring it. It's the only way he would have a chance to make the play. And if he had caught it, I agree with you. I think they might have held him as that being just the first out.
Second career walk-off hit for Rafael Ortega, and the Mets win the ball game 3-2.
And the outfield is in. And Stewart is hit by the pitch, and the Mets win it! How about that? 4th RBI of the night for Stewart as he gets plunked by Chapman to bring in McNeil with the winning run. DJ Stewart, the hero of heroes.
Taylor has walked, flied to right, hit back to the box. And Beatty leading from second.
And Holt, base hit down the left field line. Here comes Beatty around third. He will score, and the Mets have their first win of the season. Tyrone Taylor with the game-winning hit, and the Mets win the game 2-1 to get a split of the doubleheader. For the 9th. Fly ball, center field. Back goes Ciani to the warning track. Back at the wall. It's out of here!
opportunity for Nimmo. It's been a terrific offensive start for Nimmo. 3-2 Nimmo. Deep to right center. Still going. It's over! Oh, what a story! Brandon Nimmo, the hero after getting injured yesterday. Off the bench and wins it with a walk-off shot.
Are you kidding me?
Can't make it up.
It's better to tame the lion than to push the donkey.
6th home run of the year for Brandon Nimmo. He does an interview from the dugout, comes in and makes a tremendous catch, and then walks it off. And the Mets stun the Braves on Sunday Night Baseball 4-3.
Pretty good pitching by Wilma, right?
Yes. Wilma set him up for it back when he was just a little boy.
They've made the decision to load the bases and go after Omar Narvaez, looking for his first Citi Field hit of the year. Swinging a liner over short, base hit, left center, put it in the books. McNeil scores from third. Omar Narvaez has his first hit at Citi Field this season. The Mets have scored 3 in the bottom of the 9th to win the ball game. They beat the Giants 4-3. They end their 5-game losing streak, and they're pouncing on Omar Narvaez back behind second base on the outfield grass. On a day when the Giants did not have their closer, Camilo Doval, available, the Mets come from behind against Tyler Rogers. 3 in the 9th. The Mets have won the ball game 4-3.
And JD rockets one out to right center. Back in the gap goes Chisholm looking up, and it's out of here! JD Martinez wins it with a 2-run opposite field home run! And he drives one to right field over toward the line. Long one for Laureano, and he overruns it! And the Mets win the ball game! Laureano ran too far. Coming home to score is Iglesias, and the Mets win it in 10, 3-2. The Mets are a half dozen games over 500 for the first time. And after dropping 10 games behind the Braves on June the 3rd, the Mets are only a half game behind Atlanta for the first wild card spot in the National League.
2 and a walk tonight.
Alvarez swings and he drives one deep left center field. Mullins looks up and it's out of here. Alvarez swings 3-0 and he wins the game for New York with a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 9th. First career walk-off RBI for Francisco Alvarez, and it was a bomb of a home run. His first home run in 3 weeks, and it wins the game for New York 4-3. And Winker strokes one deep left center field. Back goes Mullins near the wall. It's out of here! Jesse Winker's first home run as a New York Met is a walk-off shot in the bottom of the 9th. And the Mets do it again with the game-winning home run by Winker. They take 2 out of 3 from the Orioles. Winker's second career walk-off home run. His first home run as a Met. Coming in his 52nd at bat as a Met, as he goes the other way against Sir Anthony Dominguez, and the Mets take 2 out of 3 from the Orioles as they win this one in dramatic fashion, 4-3.
Vientos.
And he smacks it to deep left. That's out of here, and the Mets win the ball game. Mark Vientos with his second 2-run homer of the night. Second walk-off home run this season for Mark Vientos. The first one came in a cameo. This one comes as a leading man. And the Mets win it 6-4.
Bookended 2-run home runs for Vientos. Lindor, the MVP. Vientos, the second most important offensive player on this team. Wow, what an at-bat.
And he drives one to left, and the Mets win the ball game. Bader comes in with the winning run. Starling Marte with a second opportunity. Drives in the game winner in the 10th, and the Mets win 2-1. It has been a bitter struggle for the Mets offense, but they scratch out a run in the 8th, and Marte drives home the winner in the bottom of the 10th. And the Mets take the first game of this final homestand as they beat the Nats in 10, 2-1.